Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. I'm going to take a look at a window sticker today, and I'm going to try to explain to you the things that you should look out for when you're considering taking out a car loan, high interest being one of them. Let's take a look. All right, first things first, take a look at these interest rates, right? Anything you notice right out of the gate, do you understand the difference between these? If you don't, whatever you do, don't go to a dealership right now, all right? The difference between that 9% and that 23% is huge. I know you're trying to get out there, you're trying to do your skirt and your new Scat Pack, right? But look, well, it's going to hurt if you do. So that first rate, they say 8.95. They say that that's good. Okay, so keep that in mind. They say that that's the good score, and then 23.95 is the challenge score. You're in a tough spot. You got bad credit, no credit. Whatever the deal is, let's take a look at the difference between these, right? So the payment on the 8.95 for 72 months, 6 years, right? On a car that's already 7 years old is going to be $648 a month, just like the sticker says. What that sticker doesn't tell you is how much it's really going to cost you, though, over the course of the loan, right? So if you make just your regular payments for that 72 months, you're going to pay over $46,600 for this car, not the 36 that you see on the sticker. So just remember too, interest is extra. It's an extra charge. It's an extra fee that's on top of whatever you're buying, right? So that car is just an extra fee. It's extra money that you didn't need to waste for the favor or the ability to have that money right now, right? So the total finance charge for that car over the course of that loan, $10,600 extra, so that you can buy it today instead of 6 years from now. So here's the part where it gets really interesting, right? And people don't understand how the interest rate really impacts the amount of money that you waste over the course of this loan, right? So the difference between the same terms, it's still going to be 6 years, right? But the difference between 8.95 and the 23.95%. So you're not going to believe this, but you will have paid almost twice what the car was worth, over $68,000. So the interest on that loan is over $30,000, right? You have to be crazy to do this to yourself. Would you pay $68,000 for that car? That's what you're paying for it. After everything is said and done, that's what you owe on that car over the course of that loan, because the interest rate is so high. Whatever you do, don't do this. No circumstance do this. A buddy of mine comes to me, they show me this car slip. Hey, God, the sales guy showed me this. Run, get out of there. Whatever you do, don't sign that. Do not do this loan. You're going to be sorry. You're going to get tired of these payments. You're not going to want to do it. It's financial suicide to waste that kind of money on a car. Terrible deal for you, right? But it's a great deal for the bank. They're getting rich off you. Just to reiterate, if you're at the dealership, the car salesman or the person in the finance office puts a piece of paper across the table and shows you this, and it says 23%. Whatever you do, don't do it. Don't do it. Then you got to remember too, this isn't even the price you're going to pay for the car. You got tax, title, and insurance, all that stuff. Then they're gonna try to get you for the warranty and the window tint and the paint protection and all that stuff. You don't need any of that. Another thing that you should consider if you're buying a used car, right, and you're taking out a big loan for this, is how old is the car going to be at the end of the loan? So in our example today, I mean, this car is going to be way more than a decade old, right? Are you going to be wanting making a $678 a month payment on a car that's like I said, 10, 12, 14 years old? That seems crazy too. Is it even still going to be on the road? You're going to probably have to make a bunch of repairs and stuff. You don't want these loans, man. So think about what it feels like if you're going to be making payments on a car that's that old. Another thing you got to think about is the resale value of the car, right? If you're underwater, meaning your car is worth less than what the balance of the loan is, you have to come up with that money to get it, to ditch it. You're going to have to sell your car and give somebody else the money, the difference between the loan value or the loan and the car value. So if you're buying a car at a higher rate, it's going to be more difficult to pay it off. You're going to have a higher balance, right? You're going to be upside down the whole time. And then what else you don't want to do is you don't want to roll that negative equity over into a new loan, right? That's just going to compound the problem. So if you take that, you trade your car in towards a new car, they might be able to roll, $5,000 in negative equity towards the new one, but you're just compounding the problem, right? You've got a new loan, a higher balance. You're in the same position. You're actually worse off. You shouldn't do this. Lastly, just be honest with yourself, right? Trust your gut. If your brain is telling you something in the back of your mind, you're like, hey, look, something doesn't smell right. You got to trust yourself. Get out of there. You don't owe these people a sale that day. They're going to use every tactic in the book to get you to stay. Oh, look, don't worry about it. They're going to have every rebuttal for every objection that you have. They do this for a living. You have to go into these dealers expecting to walk out, and you have to have the willpower to walk out. You don't have to make a sale for these people, okay? You have to put your own best interest in mind, not the salesperson. The salesperson is doing the same to you. You just got to take the emotional part out of it. The salesperson's there just to do their job, but you have to be ready for that. All right, so this was my first video. I'm super nervous. I'm sure this isn't going to be very good, but if you see this, I appreciate you watching. I started this channel because I want to help people out. So if you found this useful, please like or consider subscribing. It'll help get this information to some other people. Feel free to leave a comment. I'll definitely reply. So if I can help you out, leave me a comment. Appreciate you. Deuces.